At the time this video drops, it is the last day of school at my school, and I have transitioned from 8th grade to 9th grade. But more importantly, the month of May has come to a close, so I'm going to rank all 5 movies I saw in May from the worst to the best. Hi, my name is Ethan and I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share your ranking of all the May movies that you saw. Click the like button, be sure to subscribe. I have more content over on my channel. Check those out when this video is over. And let me know if there's something I missed out on this month down below in the comment section that you think I might enjoy. And with that said, let's begin the ranking. Coming in the last place for me is The Mother. An utterly bland and forgettable action movie that plopped straight onto Netflix. As somebody who likes action movies, I went in just expecting maybe a forgettable but fun Jennifer Lopez action movie, and this movie's just bland from beginning to end with the most generic action movie cliches that you can possibly imagine. Even the action and some of the sequences are a bit weird. Like, there's this one scene in particular where they're torturing a guy, and the sides of the screen are a bit blurry, like 2/3 of the screen are blurry, and it just comes off to me as distracting. Stuff like that just makes it unwatchable to me. Also, what really kills it is that there's nothing distinct about it, and I did not care about anything that was happening. And so you get something that's a bit too familiar with absolutely nothing distinct about it, and because of that, I did not like this movie at all. Number 4, Crater. And I tell you, the same day I watched The Mother, before I saw The Mother, I saw Crater, in which I saw 2 movies that I don't think are very good as a double feature. Now, I didn't see a trailer going into this movie, and the poster, I'd only seen the poster, and it said from the producers of Stranger Things. So I expected an adventure on the moon where these kids would go off to this crater, and that's not what I got. Like, I thought on the way there, they would battle some aliens and make it a big, exciting adventure, and it is not that at all. Essentially, this movie is the equivalent of Stand By Me in space, just as an adventure film. But this is barely an adventure film because there's not much adventure to be had here. The plot doesn't move forward at all. Most of it is just kids on the moon doing random things, and so that just drained all rewatchability of this film to me. And when you get to the twist about the dad in the film, you realize this kid might have had the worst parents ever, as, like, that's a horrible decision and tries to be sentimental, but to me it just did not work. And so this is a family movie that's passable enough, but I don't think it worked for me. In third place, Fast X. Now, to be clear, there's a big gap from Crater to Fast X, because I really enjoyed Fast X as another stupid but fun film in the Fast and Furious franchise. But what I really appreciated about it was that it was less cartoonish than F9, where you get space cars. And what I really liked about it is that it found ways to continue Fast 5. Jason Momoa, in particular, is the standout of every scene he's in. He just has so much energy to him, where you remember him once you see the film, and the stakes are more personal. Now, the way the movie ends, like the Infinity Saga, Infinity War in particular, I don't know if that completely works for me, but it's a more interesting ending. But some characters, they do get killed off in this movie, and I just didn't buy it, but I still enjoyed what this movie had to offer. Our runner-up is The Little Mermaid, a surprisingly enjoyable Disney live-action remake that I would just say is stronger than a lot of these other Disney live-action remakes. And what I really didn't expect was that it was able to capture all the charm of the original. The actress they cast for Ariel is great. She just has all the charm that Ariel's supposed to have. And I think I can buy into the romance between Eric and Ariel throughout the entire film. Now, of course, the CGI effects, especially underwater, are pretty questionable, where something is just off about the way people move. And for a 2-hour and 15-minute film, I don't think it offered nearly as much as it should have. There wasn't any reason to stretch out this 90-minute film into 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it can slow down at certain parts. But to me, in general, a return to form for these Disney live-action remakes. But without question, in first place for me is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is the best MCU we've gotten since Phase 3, and that's because it's an emotional and straightforward story that closes out the Guardians of the Galaxy's stories very, very well, especially when you get into the backstory of Rocket. I think it elevated him as a character, and it's such an emotional and heartbreaking backstory. And it dives into this idea more that every member is broken in their own way, and how they found family with each other. And it really dives into this idea, and they improve as individual characters. And even more importantly, James Gunn knows how to create big emotions come out of you. I saw this movie in 3D IMAX format, and that made it just more immersive. There's some awesome action sequences. While being a very serious film, it also has a bunch of laughs. And so, this is what the MCU needed after a bunch of lackluster projects. So, it is easily my favorite movie of May 2023. There you have it. That's my ranking. Down below in the comment section, share your ranking over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. Really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.